Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. The first day, month of March 2025. The President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, led a delegation of state officers and parliamentarians to bid bye to Senator Baringo Senator late William Cheptumo, an event that happened in Baringo North constituency. And we have a very interesting political turn of events there. The verdict from Baringo is very clear that President Ruto is not going to escape the wrath of the Kenyan people, even if you successfully seal a deal with the ODM leader, Raila Odinga. And the president, who is even supposed to hold a rally there, could not hold that rally and had to immediately leave the venue, head direct to the presidential jet, and fly back to Nairobi. More on this is in this podcast, but before that, I am humbly requesting your subscribers that we are building 3 houses and buying wheelchair for some elderly, disabled elderly members of the society in Kakamega, Musanda, to be specific. Kakamega County, Musanda to be specific. I think this is the second project we're doing in Kakamega. The last time we were in Kakamega, tulikuwa tumelipia mzee some money. He needed to do some surgery. It went successfully. If I get time, I will be able to visit that mzee in Mukumu. So kindly, kidogo kidogo, hujaza kibaba. From next week on Monday, we will pitch tent in Kakamega to build the 3 houses and also offer some wheelchair to the elderly members of that society, of that place. There are 3 houses we're going to build. If you look at the houses there, they're in a very, very, some of them are still grass thatched and with very low level of support from the community, of course, from the family support system. This was really forwarded to me by the area assistant chief, and we took it upon ourselves that we can do something. And I want to say thank you very much for those who heed the call, those who are sharing the 50, the 10. Let me tell you, this is day 1, already have 7,000. I just want to say thank you. We are moving, and I believe usione ni kidogo, itasaidia, and we will move. And I believe that by the end of this week, we'll have 3 houses successfully built in Kakamega. Every month, we normally pick one project and support. Apart from political analysis, we are members of the society, and we also take it upon ourselves to be part of finding the solution. Now, the ground is listening to alternative voices, and that is a very clear feedback from Bungoma, from Baringo. The ground is listening, and I want you to look at the reception, how the crowd reacted to introduction from both Sifuna and Omtata.
Nairobi County. Next is Senator Mundigi Alexander from Embu County. Senator Andrew Okia Omtata from Busia. Sante. Next is Senator Agnes Kavindu from Machakos County. Senator Veronica Maina from Murang'a. Thank you. Senator Karen Nyamu from Nairobi. Asante. Senator Professor Tomo Jenda from Kisumu County. Asante.
Someone was telling me that Sifuna was supposed to speak there, of course, on behalf of ODM party and, of course, the context of the broad-based and all that. But that could not be possible because Sifuna does not subscribe to the broad-based shenanigan. So he was not able to be given the microphone to speak. But it will be interesting I paid attention to a speech from Ledamo Lekina. I would want us to listen to that. Because Ledamo Lekina, that is Baringo County. Predominantly, you would expect that is a William Ruto zone. You would expect that those who attack government, those who are not really standing tall with the government policy will not get that, or maybe they will not be allowed to speak in that area. But bravely, you would understand that he read the mood and realized that I can say what I need to say here, and there is nothing that's going to happen. He actually started when he took the microphone to lecture the president on the need for good governance.
Unajua kama sisi watu wa ODM tumesema kwamba political parties are formed to win elections, not to become NGOs ama to depend on donors. Kazi yetu ni kuhakikisha kwamba we've changed the life of our people, nothing else. Nimeona mheshimiwa amesimama hapa akilia tumalizie barabara ambaye mheshimiwa alianza. Juzi tulikuwa Kilifi, Your Excellency uliambiwa hoi badiza barabara. Ukikuja Narok wakati Ledama ameenda, Mungu kwesi akisema Ledama kuja, utaambiwa the same thing. So we need to ask ourselves the time that we have in this world. I really appreciate the church because the church has challenges. Na imetuambia God brings prosperity and God brings destruction. So kama this time is for destruction, tuulize Mungu. So me, I want to plead with all of us leaders that moving forward, we need to go as a country. We need to be able to unite to make sure ya kwamba all the development we get across the 47 counties is measurable. Hii shida ambaye ati sasa hizi ukitaka barabara, ati wakati sijui Madaraka Day inaletwa Narok ndio mabarabara inakuja kutengenezwa. Mwaka huu inapelekwa Homa Bay ndio unaona mabarabara za huko zinatengenezwa. Why? Let us just be honest enough and say we must lead this country for prosperity.
And that was Olekina for you. And if you watch that video, the MC who was Aaron Cheriot did not feel very comfortable and had to use some salvos against Olekina. But immediately after the event, I realized Sifuna engaged with a group of some young people there. And these young people were telling him to warn Baba and Raila Odinga not to move closer, even an inch closer to William Ruto.
Watasema hapa ni Siaya. Hapa ni wapi? Baringo mnasema baba afanye nini? Azikane na nani? Basi ujumbe ambia baba. Mnasema niambie nini baba? Nimwambie aje? Azonge. Azishikane na Kasongo. Watasema hapa ni Siaya. Hapa ni wapi? Baringo mnasema baba afanye nini? Azikane na nani? Basi ujumbe.
Now, I know that is impromptu. That is the middle of Baringo. You don't want to tell me that Sifuna paid them. I'm not seeing them. I don't want to tell me that that was stage managed. That is an impromptu meeting. They've seen Sifuna. Those young people know what Sifuna subscribes to. They've been listening to Sifuna. And number two, they know that Sifuna is close to Raila Odinga and is the Secretary General of the ODM party. And that message is sent directly to two people, William Ruto and Raila Odinga. That is William Ruto's backyard. I want to believe Baringo is not fully UDA, but predominantly it is most leaders elected there were elected on UDA ticket. The youths there are telling Sifuna that, look, tell Raila not to move closer, not to associate with Kasongo. Now, that aspect, that issue of Kasongo, and you remember, during the event, I saw one member of parliament was even saying, I think it was the governor, that could be Kachapin or someone, who was saying, why are they calling Ruto Kasongo? Even as you try that, the people in that place are saying, Raila should not move close to Ruto. That is a very serious feedback. And I want to believe that the intel gathering team that around the president, if they wanted to know what exactly is Baringo feeling, then that should include part of their report. I realized the president is struggling. He did a 31-minute speech in Baringo. And out of the 31-minute speech, I was paying attention because I wanted to know, okay, he's there. He mentioned about roads. And of those roads he mentioned, there was none that was complete. Yes, he mentioned about roads, saying, najua barabara hii, najua ile, kutoka hapa hadi hapa, means anaitwa mtu wa barabara. And even continued and went ahead to still promise more. Now, Baringo have been promised a university. It's supposed to be launched in April.
Huyu Cheptumo walikuja na viongozi wa Baringo wakasema walikuwa wanataka tusukume ile barabara ambayo ilikuwa imekwama pale Loruk iende Nginyang, Chemolingot mpaka Barbelo. Hiyo barabara vile mnajua tumetengeneza na imekamilika. Lakini sasa kutoka viongozi hawa wa hapa tulikwisha kubaliana na wao pia ya kwamba tayari contractor yuko wa kutengeneza hiyo barabara ya kutoka Barbelo, kwa sababu we want to open up this Kerio Valley. Wewe mheshimiwa, utatafuta pesa ya shamba ya ekari 10 nitakupatia ununulie huyo mzee, kwa sababu ametupatia shamba hii ya shule. The wife ndio anaishi. Okay, sawa sawa. Ya pili, kwa heshima ya ndugu yetu Cheptumo, mumesema pia ijengwe dining hall. Hiyo kazi ya dining hall mimi nitatoa milioni 20 na kuijenga hiyo dining hall, both in honor of Cheptumo and also for the great people of this area. Na mwisho kabisa, nataka niwapongeze nyinyi nyote. I must say this. Najua vile vile ya kwamba watu wengi walikuwa we will complete that road 100. Watu wengi hawa university education, na ikikamilika in the next 1 month, mwezi wa April. Mwezi wa ngapi? April. Tunakuja kuanza ujenzi wa university kwa mapenzi ya Mungu hapa Baringo. This great leader lying here will miss the opportunity to see Baringo University coming to be. But because his family is here and the rest of you are here, we will all be there to see what Cheptumo thought about and wished for coming to fruition. Mimi vile vile nataka.
I don't know whether it is somewhere. I don't know even the planning have started. But I know if it is just launching, William Ruto is an expert in launching. He can launch even if the money is not yet set aside. I don't seem to see the president talking about any complete project there. Of course, issuing 20 million for the dining is in the respect for the departed William Cheptumo. May God rest his soul in peace. But then I'm understanding that as the chief marketer for government agendas, it would have been more responsible to at least say 1 or 2 that are complete. This is a challenge that even Ichung'wa was given when he was in UK for that Al Jazeera interview, and even Ichung'wa could not name one. So we poked holes into why is Ichung'wa not even naming any? In real sense, there's nothing that happened. Now, William Ruto was highly expected to address a campaign, a rally in Eldamaravine town. And even some of the journalists camped there because they were expecting he would take the convoy and head there. So the crowd that was milling around even the nearest center did not get sight of the president. He had to fly directly from Baringo and came back straight to Nairobi. So he actually escaped that rally. It was never done. And that was something that was in the pipeline. So even we in some groups, some journalists who are saying, the people are asking, why has he not gone there to address them? The things are not so much good, and he avoided a crowd that was already milling around the convoy. Now, there are some takeaways from Baringo. If you look at the reaction of the Baringo residents to the opposition politicians, the Omtata reception, you look at Ole Kina, you look at the statement that those gentlemen have told Sifuna, there is something you need to draw. And I think this message goes straight to President Ruto. The president's hope of bringing together kingpins as the strategy of winning 2027 general election, if he's not going to have a hybrid card, yes, you've gotten the regional kings backing. You've gotten Raila. The next, I know after getting Raila, next person you will go for Kalonzo, or even go for Rigathi. However, if you don't have a card, if things are not working, haitakuwa rahisi. Yes, it will not be easy. I know that the voices like Raila, dominant voices in some of the western regions and the coast, and you will easily want to use it to wink the public against any other scorecard that public would ask. But people are embracing the alternative voice. And because people are embracing the alternative voice, it will not, I know, Rigathi has the injection against the president. Rigathi has everything he can say against the president. But Rigathi's statement is dismissed as packaged in anger and a man on revenge. He is on a revenge mission. That is what I think the state is trying to brand Rigathi's statements. But in real sense, the likes of Sifuna doesn't have any revenge against the president. There is hakuna mahali eti Kenya UDA imemkosea. He's just standing within the confines of what is standing with the common people. Now, for so long, we've been looking at that and say, oh, Sifuna can only win Nairobi, and is already having a handful of followers in this city. But in real sense, even the rural folks are listening to alternative voice. And that is the message that needs to get to the State House team. Now, Raila saved William Ruto, and it's true. Raila deflected the Gen Z. And wait, not that Raila did not have a sit down with President Ruto. I am convinced, you and I, we are convinced that pulling out Raila Mafia from the protest deflated that protest. But then, if you are taking Raila, if you are signing Raila to try to protect you as a shield against the Kenyans' rage, then you're getting it wrong. This is what comes out clearly. The signing of Raila, that if I have Raila, then I'm going to get the shield. Even if you listen to a couple of opinion leaders across the tribes, leave alone these wazees who are paid some 1,000 shillings to call press briefings and say, read some written statements. If you just go to down barazas and listen to what the people are saying, next week, from Nandi, I believe I will be in Western Kenya. I would really want to go and listen to what the people are saying. I will really try. Nisikie watu wanasema nini. You'll understand that there is a big, mwananchi can separate between uongo and ukweli. And the other one is the youth constituency has a potential of tilting the scale for the big wigs. What happened in 2024 awakened the population, and especially the young people. That constituency, contrary to what the others might think, the political bigwigs might think, that constituency is very awakened to the fact that things are not going on right, and the level of public participation in the political dispensation of the country is a bit high. And that is what will actually be able to break several barriers, including the tribal barriers. Kenyan public are liberal, and they're listening to alternative voices. So as much as the president is the one that is calling huge rallies and have the political mass to attract huge crowds and have all to communicate what he's doing, but I don't think the president enjoys the monopoly of messaging. The information war is very strong, and it's not just in the urban center. The information war is very deep, even in the rural folks. And there is no shortcut. Sign Raila, Those are not going to help. You must fix the software. Signing Raila is hardware. The hardware in the sense that you will not get mafia to go to the street and protest, probably. But then, if you don't fix the software, the public is a bit more informed. They are a bit more informed. You need really to fix that. If you don't fix it, the country is willing to listen to alternative voices. Thank you.